Hey there, my name is Niklas, and today I'm going to share with you one of the worst cheating stories you've probably ever heard. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments, what country are you watching this from? I'd love to know where my audience is tuning in from. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more shocking, real-life stories that will leave you speechless. Now, sit back and listen closely. This is the story of a woman who gave her all and was betrayed in the worst possible way. Probably one of the worst cheating stories ever. I feel nothing. I'm numb. I decided to finally get this off my chest, even though this happened a while ago. I'm a stay-at-home mom, or at least I was. I had my first child with my partner, a beautiful baby boy, back in May of this year. He was the newest addition to our little family, including his daughter from a previous relationship, a child I loved and raised as my own. She even called me Mommy. I was so excited to finally have the family I always dreamed of. I've worked most of my life, including throughout my entire pregnancy, so staying at home was something new to me. At first, it was really challenging, but I eventually got the hang of it. My partner handled most of the bills and expenses, and I took care of the kids, the house, made dinner, and packed his lunches for work. He worked overnight shifts, so on top of everything else, it was my job to wake him up for work, which was never easy. He acted like a child, throwing fits, yelling as I tried alarm after alarm, cooking and getting the kids to bed at the same time. Eventually, he'd get up, but if he was late, of course, that was my fault. I'll admit, my partner was mostly faithful, with a few slip-ups. I caught flirty texts with co-workers or old flings a few times, and one major cheating incident, just a few weeks before I went into labor. Why did I stay? I don't really know. Maybe I felt helpless. Maybe I wanted a family so badly, the kind I never had. Maybe. After the birth of our son, things seemed to improve. My partner worked hard, got promoted twice in under a year, and brought in more money. His ego grew, and I kept doing my part, cooking, cleaning, packing his lunches, and waking him up. One night, as I followed my usual routine, something felt off. My gut told me something wasn't right. I tried to shake the feeling, but it wouldn't go away. That night, after he left for work, I went for my usual evening run once the kids were asleep. My sister was watching them. I usually run through our apartment complex and along a trail nearby. And then, I saw his car, parked in a completely different section of our complex. My heart dropped. Why was he here? He said he was at work. I checked his location, and of course, it was turned off. Funny thing is, sharing locations was his idea to prove his loyalty. The next day, he came home earlier than usual. I acted clueless. I didn't know what to think. He came in with gifts, but I could barely look him in the eye. My mind was racing with suspicion. He hopped in the shower as usual. While he was in there, I checked his phone. And there it was. Messages between him and a young woman who lived in our building. He told her he was on his way to give her some vitamin D. They had just met the day before. My heart broke. He had me wake him up, make him lunch, kiss him goodbye, while he looked me in the eye and lied. The ultimate betrayal. How could he? I heard the water stop. I quickly put the phone back. That's when I went numb. He came out of the shower and talked to me like nothing happened. I played along and asked about his night at work. He said it was an easy shift. I bet it was. Another day passed, time for work again. This time I checked his phone before he left. That same feeling hit me. And yep, he was pretending again. So I played along too. I made him a special lunch. I loaded every dish with as much Morton salt as I could. I filled his fancy flask with dishwater. I made his favorite sandwiches with spit and old fish grease. I kissed him goodbye and told him I loved him, with so much joy in my voice. Later that night, I went for another run. His car was parked in the same spot. I snapped. I went back upstairs, gathered every messy condiment in our kitchen, and decorated his car. I filled it with all the trash he kept refusing to take out. Dirty diapers, rotten tissues, waste. I completely blacked out. I couldn't wait for him to see what I'd done. It could have been worse. This is the beginning of when you break a person.